The Trojan War is a famous story. It is a story about love, war, and fate. The story takes place in ancient Greece. The war was fought between the Greeks and the Trojans. The war lasted for 10 years. The Trojan War is a myth. It is a story that has been passed down for generations. The story may be based on real events, but it is impossible to know for sure. Archaeologists have found evidence of a city called Troy. The city was located in what is now Turkey. The city was destroyed by fire around 1200 BC. This date matches the time of the Trojan War, but we cannot be sure if the war happened exactly as the story says. The story of the Trojan War begins with a wedding. Peleus, a king, was marrying Thetis, a sea nymph. All the gods and goddesses were invited to the wedding, except for Eris, the goddess of discord. Eris was angry that she was not invited, so she decided to cause trouble. She threw a golden apple into the wedding feast. The apple had the words "for the fairest" written on it. 3 goddesses claimed the apple: Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. They argued over who was the most beautiful. Zeus, the king of the gods, did not want to choose between them, so he sent the goddesses to a young man named Paris. Paris was a prince of Troy. He was known for his fairness. The goddesses each offered Paris a bribe. Hera offered him power. Athena offered him wisdom. Aphrodite offered him the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris chose Aphrodite. He chose love over power or wisdom. Aphrodite told Paris that Helen, the wife of King Menelaus of Sparta, was the most beautiful woman in the world. Aphrodite helped Paris to kidnap Helen. They took her back to Troy. Menelaus was furious. He called upon his brother Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae, to help him get Helen back. Agamemnon gathered a huge army. The army included many famous heroes. There was Achilles, the greatest warrior in Greece. There was Odysseus, the clever king of Ithaca. And there was Ajax, the strong and brave warrior. The Greek army sailed to Troy. The Trojan War had begun. The Trojan War lasted for 10 years. The Greeks and Trojans fought many battles. The gods and goddesses took sides in the war. They helped their favorite heroes. The war was long and bloody. Neither side could gain an advantage. The turning point came when Agamemnon and Achilles had a quarrel. Agamemnon took a slave girl from Achilles. Achilles was so angry that he refused to fight anymore. Without Achilles, the Greeks began to lose the war. The Trojans, led by the hero Hector, pushed the Greeks back to their ships. The Greeks were desperate. The Greeks came up with a plan to trick the Trojans. They built a giant wooden horse and left it outside the gates of Troy. Then they pretended to sail away. The Trojans thought the Greeks had given up. They thought the horse was a gift, so they brought it inside the city walls. That night, Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse came out. They opened the gates of Troy, and the Greek army poured into the city. The Greeks sacked Troy. They killed the Trojan men and enslaved the Trojan women and children. The Trojan War was over. The Greeks had won, but the victory came at a great cost. Many heroes had died in the fighting. The gods and goddesses were angry at the Greeks for their cruelty. The Greek heroes returned home, but many of them faced tragedy. Agamemnon was murdered by his wife. Odysseus wandered the seas for 10 years before he could return home. And Achilles was killed by an arrow to his heel, the only vulnerable spot on his body. The Trojan War was a time of great heroes and great tragedy. It is a story that has been told and retold for centuries. The Trojan War has inspired artists and writers for centuries. The story is full of drama, adventure, and romance. It is a story about love and loss, courage and betrayal. Ancient Greek poets wrote epic poems about the Trojan War. The most famous of these poems are the and the, both attributed to Homer. These poems tell the stories of the heroes who fought in the war. The Trojan War has also been the subject of many plays, paintings, and sculptures. The story is still popular today. It has been adapted into movies, TV shows, and video games. The Trojan War is a story that has stood the test of time. It is a story that still resonates with us today. The story teaches us about the importance of courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. It also teaches us about the destructive power of war. The Trojan War has had a profound impact on Western culture. The story has given us some of our most enduring myths and legends. It has also influenced our art, literature, and language. The Trojan War is a reminder that even the greatest heroes are flawed. It is a story about the human condition. It is a story that will continue to be told and retold for centuries to come. The Trojan War may be a myth, but it is a myth that has had a very real impact on our world. The story is a reminder of the power of storytelling. It is a story that continues to fascinate and inspire us. The Trojan War, a tale of love, war, and fate. It is a story that will never be forgotten.